I've never been more terrified of clowns until now. What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about Terrifier, leading up to Terrifier 2 in a couple of weeks. Maybe even Monday, depending on what Regal has in store for me. This film tells the story of Art the Clown, a sadistic murderer that goes on a killing rampage. This movie brings out the carnage, and in such a fantastic way. This movie is so bloody, so sadistic, that it's really so much fun to see. It's about an hour and 20, and if the runtime on IMDb is to believe about Terrifier 2, 2 hours and 20 minutes for a film like this is a little bit too long. But I'm going to be very excited to see what they have in store for Terrifier 2, because this film was so much fun that it won't be for everybody film, and it really does bring out a good sense of 80s nostalgia. This film feels like it was made at the same time as Evil Dead, and the reason why I go to Evil Dead a lot mostly is because I just barely watched it for the first time in a long while last year, and that movie is just a bunch of campiness. Like, you have to appreciate the campiness in that film for what that film is, for what that film was made for, and what that film did. And that is the same logic that I am implying to this film, mostly because it is very low budget and the acting is atrocious, but it works for this film because it is very campy, it is very cheesy in the way that it's made, in the style, what it's trying to convey. I believe that this film was crowdfunded, and boy, if you have never seen this film, check it out, because it is one hell of a bloody good time. I had so much fun with this film that it made me forget that this was a sadistic clown that we were watching. And apparently this clown made its appearance in a little film called All Hallows Eve, film that I've never seen, but I've seen the poster for, and so I wasn't sure if this film was connected to that film, but I guess in a way it kind of is, but it technically isn't. So I guess this is the spin-off to that film. I'm not too sure, I've never seen that film, but I read up a little bit about it, and that's where he made his first appearance. And I am more excited now to watch Terrifier 2, because this film was just so bloody, it was so intense. All the kills in this movie were so fan-freaking-tastic that if you have so much fun with this film, there is something wrong with your psychology, my guy. But it was so bloody. There is one kill that made me feel uncomfortable and nauseous just because of what happened. I'm not going to give anything away about what the kill is or how it is implied, but the way that it is shown in its full glory, I'm just like, I was just quivering up. I was just tense. It made me feel a little uncomfortable. I was so tense. The hair on my back was just tingling up. I'm just like, this is a film that I need to look away, but I can't, because David Howard Thornton does a really good job of portraying this clown. And the fact that this clown does not say a goddamn thing makes it even more terrifying, because you don't know what this guy is thinking. He is just going out there and just murdering people for the fun of it, and it is just so intense. I didn't think that a clown could be so scary without saying a goddamn word, and this was a great way of showcasing that, because he does not say a goddamn thing. All he has to work with is his creepy ass smile and his facial expressions, and that makes this movie work. I thought it was fan-freaking-tastic, and probably an underrated horror film that probably not a lot of people talk about, but this was a fantastic movie. It is amazing with what they were able to do, and the blood and the gore doesn't look all too cheap. It looks so realistic that I was so enticed by everything that this stupid clown was doing, and it made me realize that I am going to be sleeping with the fucking lights on tonight, because there's no way that this image right here is not going to pop up in my nightmares. tonight. That is how much of a creative movie this is. The writing, the acting, it's all atrocious, yeah, but it actually works for what this film feels like it is. It feels like a little student film that was blown up to a big budget, and apparently there was a short on this film of the same name that I'm terrified to look at, but I'm probably going to check it out. And what is there else to say about this film except for the fact that it is fan-freaking-tastic. This movie is not going to work for everybody, but it certainly worked for me in very surprising ways that I did not imagine this film was going to work for me, because it was just so great with what they were able to work with. This film was creepy, intense, gory, bloody, everything that I love about horror films. This movie succeeded in that arena, and it worked to a fantastic degree. But those are my thoughts on Terrifier. Have you guys checked it out? Do you like it? Do you not? Are you excited for Terrifier 2? Go ahead and drop those thoughts in the comments below. And if you like this video, do me a favor, pretty please. Go ahead and click that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on more. Click that bell notification so you get notified every single time that a video pops up, so you can see my handsome pretty face every single time. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side.